Have you been wondering how far Katekani is on her journey? So this is part 3 of Katekani's journey, and welcome to OTGrow's YouTube channel. So here we discuss tools, tips, and techniques to make you an expert group facilitator. Those of you that have been following Katekani's journey, we've had 2 interviews with her, just chatting to her about where she started, the needs that she had in terms of learning how to facilitate, the OTGrow workshop she then attended, and the pearls that she took from that. And now we're going to hear, after about 2 months after we last spoke to her, about exactly how things are going on this journey. Just to refresh everybody's memories, there were 3 goals that Katekani set for herself, and we'll be unpacking each one of that. So, but before we get going, hello, Katekani.
Hello, Louise. How are you?
Good, good. It's so nice to have you back, and I deeply appreciate that you are in this journey and that we can kind of journey with you and see how things are going for you.
Thank you so much. I'm also excited to be here today. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I thought let's chat a little bit about so the context of your group. So just to remind people who is in your groups, who are you presenting or facilitating in your groups?
Currently, I'm running an outpatient groups, and mostly it's the mothers, the parents of children who are diagnosed with ADHD and autism. So I'm rendering support groups for that.
Okay, great. All right. So after you came back from the OTGrow workshop in June, you said there were 3 things that you were taking and that you were going to try to implement. So the first one was to select goals according to the patient's needs. So I'm just kind of checking in with you. How's that been going? Has it been easy, or could you hear the needs? Just maybe a little bit of your experience around that.
Yes, I would say I have managed to be able to select the goals from the group session, looking at what most people in the group are interested in founding themselves on. So on that regard, I think I was able to check what the majority of the group needs, and then we're able to go with that need for the group. So
Okay.
I think in terms of selecting goals for the clients, it's better now. I wouldn't say there, but it's better because now I know what I have to look for when I'm doing the groups.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
so can you maybe give us a very practical example of when you could see a goal the group wanted, and maybe that was not necessarily what you had in mind? Can you remember a case like that?
Yes, I can remember a case of like that where we were busy with the group and I had my own. I thought the group maybe needs this, but I found that it was not what they needed. And then what I found from the group is that most of them they were so controlling and they wanted everything to be perfect. In that, once I wanted them to talk about how they are experiencing taking care of their kids at home, their difficulties, things like that.
Mm.
But that from the group session that we had, most of them they were suffering from letting go of control. They just wanted to be in control. Everything they wanted it to go according to how they want them to be, not necessarily the way it's supposed to be. So a lot of them suffered from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you did a activity, I assume, around letting go. And what was the feedback, or what happened to the group members?
Yeah, after we did the activity, a lot of group members they've experienced that they are having problem with that, and they were very um appreciative to say someone's like, I was not even aware that I have this problem. So when I see it happening, and then now they're talking to each other. When I saw it happening, this one doing it, I started to understand how my behavior is affecting everyone that I'm living with at home. So that for me was like, okay, that was that was very good for me.
Yeah, so the insight that they got, and this person specifically, by actually seeing somebody else do it, they got the insight. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's a process that
it is a process. Yeah. And could you see from that group what the next theme was or the next need? Do you remember? If you didn't remember, it's okay. I was just wondering.
oh, what was I think I can't really remember what happened, but yeah, I think I'm not the same. One thing that I can assure you, I'm not the same person in terms of running groups before and after attending the workshop.
Hmm, good.
Yeah.
All right,
Mhm.
let's jump to the third one. The third goal we set last time was about facilitating instead of leading. So, just already picking up from patient needs and following the need of the group, I can already hear that you are facilitating more than leading. But yeah, maybe just to give feedback around that, how do you see it being different? And how are you managing with that?
In terms of facilitating the group instead of leading, I now have less stress in wanting to, like, I feel like instead of me forcing things just happens in the group. But I still sometimes feel like, am I not giving a lot of authority to the group? Something like that. Like, is it, yeah, I still have that thing of asking myself, am I not just letting things go too much? Am I still facilitating that? But because I can see things flowing in the group, and then even the group members are more like they are interactive more than me, so I feel like, okay, I'm in the right direction. And because also my confidence now has improved, because I think I have more knowledge than before, so I tend to understand when I have to get in and when I need to
Pull out.
pull out from the group. So I think because now I have knowledge and experience from the workshop, my skills have improved a lot.
Sure. And it's great to hear that it didn't just stay with knowledge, but the fact that you're implementing it and the fact that you can see your group members are more engaged, more interacting. I think that already shows that it's more about facilitating the group. Is
Yeah,
there any questions that you still have around this? Do you need some guidance?
I think what I need is for you to come and observe how I'm running these groups,
Yeah.
and yeah, you can give feedback, because for now I wouldn't really. I understand where I'm liking, but I think if you can come and observe, then that will be lovely.
Hmm. So we're planning to do that towards the end of the year. I was just wondering between now and then if there's any other guidance that you would like me to give you. Maybe I can give you one tip so long, Katekani, is to see when you said when should I step in and facilitate and when I shouldn't. So maybe the one thing is that when therapy isn't happening, when it just becomes a little, I'm just sharing this with you and sharing that with you, and it just is almost like a tea party, then we know that we need to step in and bring in a therapy element, whether we are facilitating a curative factor or whether we're facilitating some deeper reflection on behavior. So that's maybe one pointer to just have a look at. So if the group is keeping going and they're interacting, then maybe just see where is a therapeutic opportunity. What would really help them? And then step in and ask a question that will facilitate some therapeutic value or insight. Does that help you?
Yes, it does. And I think I remember something that when I was letting go, like pulling out from the group, when they were interactive, a patient will now want to talk about something that is not within the group.
Yeah.
So because yes, that when I was busy in the workshop where I wanted to talk about something else, but not the here and now. And then I remembered when one of the facilitators brought me back to the group and said, let's talk about here. Let's talk about what just happened now here in this group. So I was able to, like, it helped me to be able to uh, get in and start facilitating them. Let's talk about what happened in the group. How did that make you feel when this one did this or
Yeah.
said that? So I feel it's another skill that, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
able to, yeah, to
That's
get.
wonderful. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. And the power of the here and now. So I don't know, maybe you can give me a little bit of feedback when you did that. What happened to the person or to the group? Do you
And
remember
sorry, the person,
that you brought into the here and now?
when I brought it back to the here and now, they started to focus, like they really understood the like yeah, they really understand the reason why is that being done, because the way I put it, it was not in a rude way, or it was not in a way of come back to the group. I had a way of saying, let's just talk about what happened now. And then it's like, oh, I was not even aware. I already like went out of what we're talking about. And then the way she, how can I put it? The way she experienced that, she was able to give feedback at the end about how she felt within the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and like you said, I love the way that you said it doesn't have to be rude. Just bringing
Yeah.
somebody gently back to the present doesn't have to be rude, and that the client immediately, oh, it was a realization for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and then the last one we're looking at is structuring. You said you wanted to look at your structuring, so maybe you can tell us how you changed things a little bit in your structuring.
In terms of structuring, I think I'm still a bit struggling with. Now I can identify the group leader, but I think I think that's where I still need help
Okay.
with how I remember. It takes us back to that question that you asked me earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something that I can definitely also when I'm there, when we can both see the dynamics and we can talk a little bit about that. I think the structuring we were talking about here was in terms of the chairs and the room that you use, and did you make changes with that?
Yes, I did. Now even the circle. Now I know how big it's supposed. I know when it has to be closer, when the group needs to get closer now, and I'm able to identify that now the clients have built up their report. Maybe we can get closer and to each other and see what happens, and then it helps a lot.
Sure. So if I understand you correctly, you're saying you're actually bringing the circle in a bit closer, the chairs closer together as you see
Yeah.
the group progressing and the cohesion getting stronger.
Yes. 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 Yes.
That's wonderful. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we can have a look at one or two things that you want to focus. We'll most probably have one more session around October before I come, but one or two things that in the interim you can focus on. Do you have one or two things to take your skills a little bit further in this journey?
Like I said before, I think in terms of identifying the role play in the within the group is something that I need help with.
Okay. All right.
One.
So
Mhm.
it's hard to explain that without me seeing what's going on. But maybe a pointer I can and make is to have a look at the structuring. In other words, the leader is often the person, especially if you're moving around and not sitting on the same place. It becomes a pattern of the same person that sits directly opposite you is often the person that will arise as the group leader. So
Yes,
maybe
yes,
have a look and have a look at that. Also to see if they suggest something, does the group follow that? Or does the group keep on? It's almost like the group sometimes doesn't hear somebody's suggestions. And if somebody gives a suggestion, the group all agree and say, yes, let's do that. So maybe
yeah.
that's two things you can have a look at in the interim until the next time we talk.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And then maybe also to go back to just listening to those needs. Just keep listening and then taking the need from the one group into the next one. And then in that group, listen again, what is the new need that arises so that you really are following the needs of the group. So maybe we can do that as a second goal.
Yes, yeah, I
All right.
agree. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Anything last words from your side, Katikani?
Um, I just want to appreciate this opportunity. Me doing this, it's like pushing myself, uh, doing things that I'm not comfortable with, and I'm really liking this because um, I start to understand myself, and my self confidence is not the same ever since I attended the workshop. I'm doing things that I never thought I'll do. Some of the things I think I will talk to you personally because it's the things that I don't want, yeah, everyone else to. But I've made a lot of drastic decisions that I wouldn't make before.
Sure.
So workshop helped me a lot, like a lot, and I'm very appreciative of
Sure.
it. Yeah.
Thank you, Katikani. So you're saying it's these personal shifts that happen. It wasn't just professional. The insights into yourself and that you'll share that with me when I come.
Yes. And I encourage those who haven't done this group therapy to please attend the workshop because it's very helpful. Even if it doesn't help, even if you're not doing groups, but personally, it will develop. You will never be the same again after attending this. And now I'm thinking that next year I should attend again because you stop learning. Next year it will
Exactly.
be, and I might find something new about myself that I'm not even aware. So I'm
Yeah.
really motivated to attend again next year.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Katikani. So those are the last words. Katikani is encouraging all of you that haven't been, or if you've been, to come again on an OTGrow a basic experiential workshop to really sharpen your skills and to
Yeah.
allow opportunity for personal growth. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Katikani.
Thank you so much. I
And in
really
the
appreciate
meantime, for everybody out there, happy facilitating.